What is up, you guys? We're back again. It is a pretty nice day out there. It's a little cold. It was in the 80s for a little bit, and now it's dropped down uh, nearly freezing at night. Today, it's not that cold, but the air's cold, the sun's hot, so I'm in a sweatshirt. But, beautiful day out there. It's been raining, my grass is growing, and I have a problem. This old girl is tired. Went to mow the other day, and it just kept falling on its face, and it was backfiring, all sorts of problems. So I'm gonna do some refreshing on it. We got parts. Not all for this. Some are from a truck, but I got some refresh parts for it, and we are going to see if we can get it to start running good again without bogging down, without backfiring. I'm not sure if it's actually gonna fix it. Like I said, this thing is super tired. It's got a million hours on it. It may just be in need of a full rebuild, but we're going to get this refreshed at least. So, and as always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everyone. We're chasing 100. We got 70 some subscribers, which is awesome. Chasing 100, tell people. Let's get to the shenanigans. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alright, I just went through all my stuff that I got in the mail, and turns out I'm missing a few things. They said they were delivered, but now they say they're delayed, so miscommunication there. I don't have all the things for it, but what I do have is I bought a carb kit. Gonna get a new carb put on. I got a new vacuum pump. This is fuel pump. It's vacuum actuated, check valve, fuel pumpy thing. New one of those. Got a new filter. We get that on there. I get it. The pack came with one spark plug, and this thing takes two. I don't think I'm going to put the new one on. I'm going to take these old ones out and clean them. But spark plugs do have coils, and I did buy coils. That was something that was supposed to be delivered, and now it says delayed. So I can't get these coils on. So we'll have to wait for that. But pretty much everything else is good to go, I think. I do need to, this fuel line runs, there's actually two tanks in this lawnmower, 1, 2. Fuel line runs over here and Y's up with the fuel line coming off of here, and then it just I got so much extra, it routes around over here, then it comes this way, comes up here, goes to the carb. I'm going to try to redo that fuel line a little bit, make it nicer, make it straighter. But yeah, straightforward, not too hard. Let's get to it. Looks to be about the same. Alright, kind of hard to see everything. Everything's so small. I don't want the camera in the way while I was doing stuff. Obviously, fuel line take off there. This little bad boy doodad goes up into there. You can see it. You can see it pretty good right here. The ground just bolted on there. This whole bracket tree here is attached to the engine over here by a bolt, but that should come off. There is, there's this little thing here, it went into this little grommet, which is, let's see if I can do this one here, which is this right here. Opens and closes. And then this is that side, which is right here. And that had this little spring on it. And that's it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Well, hit a little snag here. Apparently you gotta take the exhaust off to get this off. I guess, maybe I could just take out these little intake bolts, pivot that up. We'll see. What am I missing? Is there a third one? Oh, I took the wrong one out. Whoopsies. Alright. That's more better. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Got a little bit of the gasket came out on that side. This side's clean, so not so bad. I believe this is a vacuum hose that makes this pulse and it draws it through. And then these are your fuel lines, obviously. Crack this one off here with it elevated. So hopefully, if I have this elevated, hopefully the extra fuel will go that way. Hopefully you can see this. The extra fuel will go that way. The rest of it will go this way. I should get a jar over here to catch this. That would be a smart thing to do. Alright, fuel line in a bucket. I'm gonna crack this. I'm not sure you saw any of that, so restart. Vacuum line, create suction, fuel goes this way. Put the fuel in a bucket to catch extra. When I crack this, hopefully this fuel will run back that way, back to the tanks, and then I'll hit that switch, cut it off, be done. All this extra fuel will collect in the bucket, hopefully, if all goes to plan. Alright, fuel is going that way into the bucket. I watched it go down there, so we should be good over here. Cut that off so it doesn't leak everywhere. We should be able to take this off now. Just Phillips. Something's making noises. And that is off. You probably can't see it because the sunlight's not working, but this is the fuel line. Right there is the Y, that wiggly jiggly part. I'm gonna try to clean all this up, make it a little bit more better. Alright, I got all this out. One thing I didn't understand is the fuel line ran to this fuel filter and then to this shut off and then ran to the rest of the system. So if you ever had to change this fuel filter, it would just leak because your shut off's here. So I'm going to put the shut off before the fuel filter and get rid of that. It's all crusty, pretty gross. It really needs some new fuel lines on it. The whole fuel lines over there, they're bad. You could feel. You know when rubber fuel lines are going bad. These ones are going bad. So that's for the future though. Do a little intake for the filter. That filter will go on there. I'm going to get all this cleaned up real good. Here is your carb. Pretty gross. Don't need that. Goes in there. I'm going to get all this cleaned up. Here's this. Yeah. Alright, another slight problem that I'm facing. This is your vacuum in. This is horizontal, horizontal. And this one is different. So I think I'm going to have to have it this way. And then vacuum should still reach. And then in, out. I think. Alright, I'm going to give it a shot. May just have to drill my own new holes. 'Cause I don't think this is going to line up. Either way you look at it. This is not a good spot to do this. So I'll just wing it. Not right there. Okay, good enough. These are just plastic screws, just not really a big deal. Just made the hole almost big enough. And then they should thread in, no problem. Okay, this will go right there. Spur of the moment, I bought a set of hose clamps, black ones. Thought they would look good on different projects I do. My first chance to get to use them right here. Not bad. All right. Question is, can I get that hose cut down there without leaking too much? Of course, I have to do this when I got full tanks. I just filled them up. Should have waited, but too late now. Actually, I have an idea. Just gonna pinch it off. That should fix it. Yeah, that worked. Now with the old, definitely gonna need a hose clamp. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna steal this chunk off the old. It was on the vacuum pump, ran over that way. It looks fine. Looks fine. There's no cracks or ow. There's no cracks or nothing dry on it. I think it'll be fine. Take off some of the excess. Put this back on there. Alright, we got cutoff switch, fuel line routed. Perfect. Moving on. Maybe you have to pre-fill with fuel? Alright, so I had this on backwards. When I installed it this way, it didn't work, so I just turned it. And now it can go back on its regular mounting bolts. But I gotta do some adjustment because I just threw the hoses on quick to see if it would start, and it did. So I'm gonna fix all that, and then we should be good to go. Alright, we got her on. We got her done using that. Oh, I should put that back in there. Well, I don't know if that's gonna stay or not, but got some fat hose here. That's all I had. I'm gonna order some small hose, the right hose. Get that changed out later. It is on here. I used some of that too small a vacuum hose that came with the pack, and I just hooked it up to this vacuum because who cares what size the vacuum hose is. And then this is running down to the fuel tanks. Everything's good. Filters on. Everything's good. Still have to do spark plugs and new coil. Those are coming, like I said. But starts, drives, runs. It still sounds a little funky. I think it's the spark plugs. But I'm gonna try to go mow with it. It's getting a little gray out there. I think it's gonna rain, so I'm gonna try to get as much mowed as possible before the rain. Yeah, that's all I could do today. Well, I got good news and bad news. I thought I was ending the video there, but as soon as I shut the camera off, the mail came, and we got more goodies. So I can. Oh wow, 2 times. I wonder if you can see my face. All right, got the zoom corrected. Goodies. I got those. I'm gonna swap them out quick. I got a new air filter, or a second new air filter. I did put a new one on already. It came with the carb kit, and I got a new fuel filter. That has a new one on. Came with the carb kit, but doesn't hurt to have a spare. So I'm gonna throw these on quick and see how that works. See if that fixes. And then the last piece of the puzzle is just the one things, whatever they're called. Insert whatever here. But the bad news is, that's the good news. The bad news is, when I was going to get the mail, it started sprinkling, and now my boxes are gonna get wet. But I'm gonna try to get out here and mow some. I'm gonna get these spark plugs done. I'm gonna go out and mow. So yeah, let's do this. Also, something I've noticed, a pattern of myself and these videos is I'm okay with starting the video. I'm okay with making an intro, but I'm terrible with making endings. A lot of these videos just end. Sometimes I get distracted by things. Sometimes I get pulled away by things. But I'm going to try to be better. I'm going to try to get some ending, get some wrap up, get some, this is as far as we got, video footage. But I'm going to be better. I noticed it. I noticed my failing, my shortcoming there. I'm going to get better for you guys. So, but that's where we're at. Finish this up, go out and try to mow. So, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everyone. Thank you. Gross. Maybe that's part of my problem.